a shocker so far in the qualifiers. Ghana's lost to against Angola.
That match was crazy, man.
Because only Miles Ghana do.
Do you know the most annoying part of that loss is you considered. I think it was during that
93rd minute.
But that has been their problem now. Like they keep losing matches at dying minutes.
If you watch that match, Ghana pressed Angola for the whole 90 minutes. Ghana in fact the goal was against the run of play. The guy just took the ball to the right hand side, pulled the ball, and before you know it, a Ghanaian player was supposed to clear it. Instead of clearing the ball, I think it's as if he wanted to pass to the
keeper.
But to
the Angola guy. The Angola guy just tapped it.
The Angolan national team have really improved.
Yes, they have.
No, they've been very, very disciplined.
Yes, if you watch them play recent times, you discover that these guys have lot of things to show when it comes to African football. So I just feel maybe Ghana just felt, okay, we are playing in Babayara Stadium. That stadium, they've not lost a match for the past 26 years. So I just feel, okay, we are playing in our home, so we
are destined to win.
The Ghanaian team was packed full with stars.
Mention
them. Ayu, Semeyo, Pate, all of them. Just mention them. Kudus. It was packed full. So they were hammering the Angolans.
I think
all of a sudden,
they just
93rd minute. In fact, when they scored that goal, if you see the way the Angolans celebrated, you would know that it's all over.
Football Banter.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Football Banter. And like you already know, like we always say, no football without banter. My name is Daniel DeWine, and on the show today, I've got on my extreme left.
I'm Chooks Adele, your regular,
Oh yeah, and also Wheezy.
I'm Wisdom, aka King Wheezy.
Oh yeah. Okay, so today on the show, we're gonna look at the AFCON qualifiers between Super Eagles and Benin Republic. It's so painful to accept, but I never ever saw the day where Benin Republic would have won over us, over the Super Eagles, and that's really pathetic considering the fact that they have our, ex gaffer, and that's but that if we moved from Ghana Raw and Ghana Raw took over a smaller team, and that with that smaller team he's able to get one over Nigeria. Does that mean Nigeria team is not even growing? Like the Nigerian football team is not growing?
Of course, it's not that it's not growing. It's because of the inconsistent we have when it comes to the coaching. So we have the stars, we have the quality, we have quality players, but at the end of the day, the coaching, if you check from 2019 to 2024, we've gotten about 3 coaches, including the current interim coach. So, if there is no consistency when it comes to the coaching department, it automatically affects the players. So the fact that Benin Republic could go for Ghana Raw, he actually did well during his time at the Super Eagles.
Yes.
I think the
at least he was consistent. Yeah, he was consistent with qualifying us for.
You can see how it has changed the national team of the Benin Republic. So for me, going forward, we just need to be consistent a little bit. I think sacking Coach Pesero wasn't a good idea when we had AFCON qualifiers coming up.
But do you think I don't know. I think we have this self-destruct button in the NFF where they like press boy.
Actually, if I must come in. Now, I see the problem we're having in the national team is on seriousness. One, the NFF are one of the problems. Then the players themselves are also part of the problem. Quite okay. The NFF, they bring in, should I say, politics or they bring in personal grievance into these things. You know, if one person has issues with a person that we know or feel is very good in handling this thing, they want to set that person aside because they want to bring in their own person, or because they have issues with that person, they don't want to appoint that person to handle the national team.
That means we're not ready.
We are not ready. That's the problem.
Because I don't even think the players have anything. There's nothing to blame. We can't blame the players at all.
They have their own part to take.
Okay, what parts?
They have a part of.
What parts?
One, the players come to camp. Some of them come to camp very late. You can imagine a player coming to camp a day or two before a crucial qualifier.
But if NFF has standards and if we have our house in order,
Yes.
then I personally think that would not even arise in the first place.
Exactly. That's
So
the
I don't
problem.
blame the players.
The NFF are not serious, and the players themselves, some of them are not serious. Not all of them. We have the serious. ones.
No. Personally, I think for a player to even think about coming all the way, that shows seriousness already.
Okay, fine. You want to be serious. You want to come all the way. Fine. I appreciate you for coming all the way. But if you must do something, do it right. You know.
What
Not
about
coming-
if the circumstances surrounding that player's coming is not so doesn't give him that much room, and yet the
Must
players
it-
still make the sacrifice to still make it last minute.
How come is only that same player every time coming late?
Do you have a
Are
player
the
in
only
mind?
one that has problem?
Do you have
I
a
think-
player in
Yes,
mind?
I have, but I will not mention.
You will
names.
mention that
Not
name,
just
oh.
one,
You-
about
Victor
two of them.
Osimhen.
If
Is it Victor Osimhen?
I did not call Osimhen. Osimhen, we know Osimhen.
Osimhen has
his own.
issues he has to
his
fix
own
up.
issues.
But which other
okay,
player?
Let me call name. Let's talk about Kelechi Iheanacho. Let's talk about Maduka Okoye. How come every time they invite them to come, they are always coming late? Even this president, as I'm talking to you now, I think they are coming in today or so.
No.
Or they-
Maduka has been there
No,
since.
no.
Maduka
Except
is
he
not
came in
coming.
yesterday.
No, not yesterday. I think he even had an interview on
Then he came in
On
yesterday. Are you sure?
Yes.
Because from previous, I read and I saw that Maduka and Okoye and Kelechi Iheanacho
I think-
were going to come to camp late.
I think you should also understand that most times when these players come late, I think there are some other side of this. There is some other side of the story that we
I'm not
the
privy
fans,
to.
we don't
How
know.
come it
It could
happens
be
every
it could
time?
be visa issues or
No,
so
no,
it's
no,
it's
I-
But you agree
I
with me.
refuse to
Like
agree.
we can look at other teams who've got their house in order, and you can see that we don't have issues of player coming late.
Exactly,
or
they
anything.
don't.
That's
They
because
don't.
first of all, the NFF they don't know what they want,
They should put their house in order.
and not knowing what they want, they don't know how to recruit.
Okay,
they don't plan.
Now, take for instance the coach saga that we are having.
That's
To
sign of
appoint
a
a
seriousness.
coach is a problem.
So-
how many months now we've been dilly-dallying
5
just to
months.
appoint one coach?
So you can see why you cannot blame the players.
And the qualifiers is already at hand. Now they've brought back Eguavon.
I won't be
I think
surprised.
if-
I won't be surprised if we lose against Benin
I
Republic.
think if we had a coach, like let's say after the AFCON, if we had a coach and we during the World Cup qualifiers, we had that coach on ground, that coach have at least instilled
build on the
Yeah.
on
his
the on
tactics
the failings
exactly.
of the World
players.
Cup of the
We wouldn't
Nations
have been
Cup.
discussing this.
That's the truth.
So I
That's
think
the truth.
the major issue now is the NFF. Get us a coach on time, so that this coach would
For a
see his
long-term
tactics on the
project.
players.
Let me tell you, the only good thing about this Eguavon's appointment
Okay.
are his assistants.
Yeah, I agree.
Fidelis
with you.
Ilechuku and Ogumodede, those guys are good.
I agree with you.
I've always wanted them to give these guys the national team to answer.
Really?
Those guys are good. They know
Okay.
they know the terrain very well, especially when it comes to the home terrain and everything.
Mr.
And they have these tactics in their fingers.
What you said is, I think, is what a lot of Nigeria have been saying. That's how we said we want Finidi George. Give him. He knows the players. He's an indigent. But at the end of the day, you discover that when he came, he couldn't even win. He couldn't even.
No,
take
I,
us
for
away.
one, I never supported the appointment of
You
Finidi.
never did, but
I never did.
A lot of Nigeria
But
did.
but do you also
That's it.
think Finidi was given enough time? Let's look at it from the other part. the other
Nobody
perspective.
chased him away. He left the scene.
He
He
wasn't
left.
Yeah,
sacked.
but
He resigned.
yes, but with the energy around, you don't. He probably would not have done well. So
I also feel that appointment was a trap because
because they,
he came in as a coach. I doubt if he was given an assistant. I doubt if he was given a goalkeeper. It seems he was the only one doing the job.
no, actually, he appointed his own assistants and so on, his own goalkeeper trainers. He had
had
the ones
the-
to work with, yes.
Okay.
But because of the whole brouhaha around his appointment,
So-
and,
so-
him with the Osimhen
so-
saga and something like that.
So Super Eagles, Benin Republic.
Super Eagles, we are beating them for sure. We
How?
are beating Benin Republic.
How?
Super Eagles beating Benin Republic.
How?
Benin Republic were only lucky to have defeated us that time.
No, that's not luck.
It's luck. To
I
me, they were just lucky.
No.
That's the truth.
Is there luck in football?
Well, there is.
No, there's no luck.
There
You
is.
prepare, and,
Yeah, you
and
prepare.
opportunity
I think-
comes and then you get it.
You use it.
I think
That's
Benin
it.
deserved that win.
Yeah, it's not
So
luck.
They were not lucky.
Why
They were
is
not
Nigeria
lucky.
not
They
lucky?
deserved to win
Why are
that
we
match.
always not lucky? Because we are not prepared.
We were not serious. That's the
Exactly.
truth.
So it's not
We were
luck.
You
It's
cannot
not
eat your
luck.
cake and have it.
They earned
That's
No,
the
I feel
truth.
this time around Nigeria will come out victorious.
No,
I mean,
we'll beat them.
people say we are playing against our former coach, but we can also say that these players also know the tactics of the former coach. So it's a two-way thing. At the end of the day, the best team will win. But I feel we are going to
We will
Snatch.
still remain the best.
We are going
See,
to
we are
snatch
playing at home.
a
These are
victory.
we are playing at home, and secondly, the boys they know what is at stake right now because they received a lot of sticks after the last loss to Benin Republic. Now they want to revenge. They know what to do. They will come out smoking.
They have to collect again.
No, they
But
no go
see,
collect.
Mr. Co-
Benin Republic will collect nothing less than 3. If Benin Republic collect less than 3,
Mr. Chooks, I have
I'll
an issue
find you
too.
something.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Doesn't mean you
Okay.
can doesn't mean you can win your match at home. But when it comes, do you know that the last time we lost against Benin Republic, we were not playing in their home.
No, actually,
we were playing on
played
a neutral ground.
Yes,
so
yes.
why can't you win?
No,
such
I only
a game
said
on a
that.
neutral
I only
ground?
said that because playing at home is like an advantage. That's the truth. On a neutral ground is anybody can win.
But you
know?
should, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should win.
That's
you
what I'm
should
saying.
win that game.
Anybody can win. You know, those guys they know can't look on 11 players. So there's one
So
way.
so
That's the truth.
who should start? Maduka Okoye or Nwabali?
This one tight.
Left for me, I will say Maduka Okoye.
Is it better than Nwabali in the group in the behind the sticks?
Behind this,
Between the sticks.
For me, I prefer Maduka Okoye to Nwabali.
I think
Nwabali.
I've
Why?
watched.
Yes.
I've watched Maduka Okoye recently. He has really grown in Udinese.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has used.
very well.
You
Very
even
well.
go and watch his clips. Go
Yeah.
and even check the stats. He
I'm
has
telling
really
you.
improved.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the coach will want to put him or probably will
But
still.
Nwabali was really safe. Was in fact the goals that you know we considered having Nwabali on the goalpost were just anybody could have considered those goals.
The same team as Maduka Okoye. The goal he considered and gave him that. Anybody could have considered it.
No, he didn't read that goal.
Goalkeepers
Well.
have considered worse.
Worse.
That's the truth. Maduka Okoye is good.
He's good.
I
Yeah,
would
he's
prefer him
good.
to the to be in the post.
No doubt. We're not even we're not even contesting
And
whether
apart
he's
from
good.
that, current form, I don't know. Is the South African league in session?
In
right
session,
now?
I don't know. I can't
Because
tell.
I know the Italian league is in session, and Maduka Okoye plays it
Starting.
week in, week
Week
out.
out.
Is their number one right now. So if you come to current form, I can speak of Maduka Okoye, not Nwabali. That's just
Okay. I'm personally glad Uzoho is not
no,
coming in the mix because
Another person there. Uzo is even sitting in the bench in
I don't even think he can keep to save his life. Okay.
He should just work on himself.
That's just it.
Okay, so a shocker so far in the qualifiers. Ghana's lost to
Hey.
against Angola.
That match was crazy, man.
Because only Mouse Ghana deal.
Do you know the most annoying part of that loss is you considered, I think it was during that
93rd minute.
But
minute.
that has been their problem now.
93rd
Like they
minute.
keep
How can you
losing
concede
matches
at home?
at
Well,
9
if,
minutes.
If you watch that match, Ghana pressed Angola for the whole 90 minutes. Ghana in fact, the goal was against the run of play. The guy just took the ball to the right hand side, pulled the ball, and before you know it, a Ghanaian player was supposed to clear it. Instead of clearing the ball, I think it's as if he wanted to pass to the
keeper.
But
to
true be
to
told,
the Angola
the-
guy.
the
The Angola guy just tapped it.
the
in.
Angolan national team have really improved.
Yes, they have.
if
No,
you
they've been
watch-
very,
if
very
you-
disciplined.
Yes,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you watch them play recent times, you
Yeah.
discover that these guys have lot of things to show. when it comes to African football. So
Yeah, they
I just feel maybe Ghana just felt okay. We are playing in Babayara Stadium. That stadium,
Yeah.
they've not won. They've not lost a match
In
for the
that
past
stadium.
26 years. So I just feel okay. We are playing in our home. So we
are
they
destined to
And
win.
the
just
Ghanaian
kind
team
of-
was packed full with stars.
they just
Mention
kind of
them.
look-
Ayo,
the-
Semeyo, Pate,
Wow.
all of the just
Mohamed
mention them.
Kudus.
Kudus. It was packed full. So they were hammering the Angolans.
I think
all
they
of
just-
a sudden,
they just looked
93rd
down
minute.
on-
In fact,
they
when they
just
scored
looked down
that
on-
goal, if you see the way the Angolans celebrated, you would know that it's all over. That was just it.
And guess what? Guess what?
But
Almost something happened after the game.
they started fighting.
No, they got the Ghanaian fans went violent. Like you remember what happened in Abuja Stadium when
Yes,
Ghana
yes, when
won
we
us?
drew it.
That
No,
was
they didn't
what
win us, we
happened.
drew.
Yes, we drew.
because of the,
But because of that, we lost points.
CAF,
Yes, because we couldn't qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah.
That was why the fans.
That was
went
what
down.
happened yesterday. I mean, the fans went violent. They started destroying properties. Started going. Everything was just crazy. Like
I think that's wrong.
I
That's
just
wrong.
felt
That's very
Nemesis was
wrong.
catching up with.
That's very wrong.
Yeah,
with
but it's a
Ghanaian
good it's a very bad way for us Africans to
Africans,
react to
yeah,
losses. Well, I
yeah.
think we are sore losers.
And the most annoying part of it is that this is just the first game of the qualifiers. I mean, you have
Exactly,
You
you have
have
a long-
so
long way to go.
so it's a
Exactly.
game. You win, you lose.
Who knows? They can
you
still
know.
go away and defeat
Of
Angola.
course.
So I don't
You
know
can
why
even
they
go
were
ahead and
acting
top
like
the
that.
table.
Exactly.
For the
That's
for the
just it.
Nigerian scenario, for the Nigerian situation, is different.
It's
because
different. That was the last
we
game.
needed that. We
Yes.
needed to win that match to go to the World
Exactly.
Cup. So I understand the fans' expression.
That's just it.
But for the Ghanaian, I don't think that was
That was
right.
not- that was not nice
wasn't
at
a
all. That
nice,
was not nice
nice
at all.
behavior. At all.
Yeah. Exactly.
So let's go back to the EPL. The month of August, we had some awards being dished out. August Player of the Year, and Liverpool seemed to scoop all the awards. Ancelot, Luis Diaz.
if Liverpool is scooping up all the awards, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Have you not seen? Did you not see their performance?
But even
last
even
month.
without signing any player from the market.
Yes, because they understood themselves. You know, they've been playing together all the way, and they brought in a new coach. This
So-
guy was doing very well in Feyenoord before he came to Liverpool.
true.
He brought in that tactics.
But Eric Ten Hag was doing very well before he became to Man U. Now what happened?
And when he
Man
first
U and-
came to Man U, he too had that touch of
No,
excellence.
I don't think Eric Ten Hag has had that touch.
He started-
No, he
he
didn't have
start-
that touch.
he started well.
No, he didn't. He didn't have that touch.
Are you sure?
For
He
me,
has never had that touch.
Man U and Liverpool are two different clubs. And when before we had Ten Hag, Man U were struggling. They were struggling when we had this.
They were
Ronaldo
no,
saga, all this- they were still struggling.
no. It was Ten Hag that brought about the Ronaldo saga. They were struggling, but they were not this bad. They were under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Solskjaer was getting results. They were finishing top 3,
Okay.
right, in the
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
Solskjaer was the only demand from Solskjaer was that they want to win the league. You understand? They should be competing to win the league.
So now they jump from fry
now,
pan to fire.
exactly. In fact, they don't enter inside
Let
the
me tell you,
firewood.
Liverpool winning packing all the awards for the
Nomination,
month of
per
August.
se.
Or
Yeah, nominations. Yeah.
Even for defeating Man U 3-0 in Old Trafford, they deserve
They
it.
deserve it. Yeah,
That alone. Did you see their performance?
they deserve it.
And I saw something from Grammar Soreness. He said, and the nickname for Man U now is Hollywood FC.
Of course, that's the reality.
You know, some episodes back we talked about how Man U's problem is their ego.
Yeah.
Now any player just comes and just do one thing before you know they categorize the player as superstar.
Exact-
You know,
Like,
Kobe Mino.
You remember when Anthony danced?
You
on
know,
Bongo?
understand? Go.
Exactly. And everywhere I went.
You know,
everywhere.
the same thing with Kobe Mino. 1 or 2 brilliant moves. He's not like the god of football. You know,
Marshall, the same thing.
like
So
these guys have not even they are not even providing value consistently.
yeah, exactly.
And that's why in the last episode we're talking about Kopama, because it's not that these guys are not good. It's just that how have they produced that level of excellence consistently for back-to-back
I think
seasons?
when we are talking about Kopama, I think he's beginning to prove that again. This season he has gotten 1 goal and 4 assists. So you can see
if you see a
he's-
player that is consistent, you know, Kopama is consistent.
Kopama has been
He's
consistent. See what he did at the
Nations,
Euros.
Yeah.
So he's consistent.
Kopama is consistent. I don't know. Pep Guardiola has an eye for catching talents.
Is it Pep Guardiola? Because
Because he came from Man
yeah, he
City.
came from Man City, but
Yes.
was he signed by Pep in the Man City? Because I think he came from Man City
he-
Academy, right?
Academy,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
he
so
came
I don't
from
think
the-
I don't think he was
So, but
signed by
he
Pep.
brought him from the academy to the first team.
Yes, I
He
think
brought him to the first team.
I think Pep has a way of really making superstars out of players.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because I think because you see players that they play under Pep, their understanding of football is totally
Very
different.
true. And you see when you take them from that Man City team and
They
bring them into your
become
team,
superstars.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's another thing.
Exactly.
Sorry, I gotta bring this in because I'm an Arsenal fan. That's another thing I see Arteta also doing. I think Rob, got some things off
Of course,
Guardiola
of
as
course,
well,
he trained
because
under Guardiola.
you could see Xhaka, after working with Arteta for go to Bayern Leverkusen and becoming a pivotal
Yeah,
player
very true.
in the team. So
Very true.
I think this crop of coaches. Well, I will not say crop of coaches. I will say because the Guardiola is like the roots.
Yeah.
They all came out from Guardiola. I think there is some. That's why on the low key, I'm still giving Chelsea. There's that
because
glimmer of
Maresca-
hope.
Maresca is trying
Exactly.
to do something
There's that
there.
glimmer of hope. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this could be something
Yeah,
special.
Maresca is trying
So,
to build up something.
but the only part where I know that I can't. Their recruitment is really, really terrible. And if there's anything that's going to be the undoing of Maresca and Chelsea this season, is the recruitment.
The recruitment.
Yes.
Why is the recruitment terrible?
Because it appears Maresca does not have control over who the ins and outs.
No.
Well,
That-
well,
that's
we'll
not
wait.
Maresca
We'll
you're
wait.
talking about.
We'll wait to see it.
Because wait, this Maresca you are talking about. Let me even tell you about my coach. Maresca has a say, even from in the dressing room. If you check with his interviews and his post and pre-match games, he's very plain, a very plain coach. He will tell you the reason why I'm not starting this person is because of this. The reason why I'm not
No.
this
Wait,
person- Now,
Okay.
you say he doesn't have a say.
Okay, go on,
No,
go on.
He does. Every player he should I say needed? No, I shouldn't use wanted. He needed. He got it. So indirectly, he has a say when it comes to recruitment and getting players. So to say Maresca doesn't have a say, no, I disagree with you.
So because if he had a say and he actually needed Osimhen, then there wouldn't have been. He would have gotten Osimhen.
If you check his response to that,
Yeah.
his response was plain.
Okay. What's his response?
Yes, we need Osimhen or we need this player, but we don't need players that will go on their own terms. They have to be agreement between
Chelsea's term.
the Chelsea term and the player's term. So it shouldn't be that of the player alone.
I don't
There
understand.
has to be an agreement.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think
do you
I
know?
saw-
Do you
I
know?
think
Do you
I-
know?
I
Do you
think
know?
I saw that
Do you know?
comment.
Even Chelsea,
Yeah.
Chelsea lied about Osimhen's deal.
How?
Yeah, I saw that comment. They were saying,
Osimhen never demanded for £500,000 a week. Chelsea made that up.
How?
Osimhen
I just told you.
Osimhen just wanted them to give him what he has been.
No.
collecting in Napoli.
The funny thing is that was not even true because even from Osimhen's camp, what came out from Osimhen's camp was Chelsea disrespected him by not reaching an agreement with him, going behind. See the strategy. They went behind Osimhen, right, to Napoli.
Okay.
They were negotiating a loan deal.
Yeah.
Now, not just that, they came into the deal 30 minutes after Al Ahly turned back. No, they started since August, but they've been stalling, waiting for loan deal. And the moment Al Ahly pulled out, they were expecting Osimhen to be tensed, right? They were expecting him to be like, panicking because he's been frozen out of Napoli team, and then Al Ahly's gone. So Chelsea, and that's at that point they came in with that their offer of £130,000 a week. What are you? What is
If you
that?
say Chelsea lied, I disagree with you. You know why?
Why?
Because you are saying Chelsea went to all the media houses and they started.
Okay, that's
telling
the
them,
image you are
okay,
drawing. That's the
this
image you are
wait
drawing.
now,
Okay.
We actually wanted to buy Osimhen for this amount, but
But he's demanding, yes.
No,
So why is Maresca saying that about
it's
his
because there was
terms?
no agreement. There was no agreement reached between the player and the club.
But
the player cannot come to Chelsea.
but the club did not even try to reach the players' agreement. It
Of
was
course,
just like
the reason why
this is what we are going to give
there's
you.
No agreement
So
is because the offer was not good enough.
it was not good. You didn't even
That's
give the
just it.
player a chance to negotiate.
That's just it.
Who said so? It was go back to the news.
No,
And
no, when
the
you-
reason
when you-
why-
when you
wait,
cap-
the reason
when you
why-
cap-
the reason why Osimhen sacked his agent was because his agents could not agree, could not at least help him sign that deal for him to go on loan to Chelsea or either go
No,
to Saudi
Osimhen
Arabia.
will never go on loan. Osimhen will never go on
Why
loan.
is he and why is he on loan in Galatasaray?
No,
I
no.
think- I think
listen. Let me even explain to you the Galatasaray deal, and it's way better than what Chelsea ever offered.
I think it's the offer
So
that we're looking at now.
No, you need to. This is the offer. It's not about.
Galatasaray is going to pay him what he has been collecting in Napoli as
Let
his
me see
salary.
if I can find
That
it.
is why he agreed to that loan. If
Oh, I
not,
can't get it.
I don't think you agree.
Now, aside that, Galatasaray is will pay him about 10 million euros thereabouts.
That's it.
They're covering everything.
Yes, exactly.
There's even more to that Osimhen is getting. See the rousing welcome he was given. See,
So you think
listen,
Chelsea cannot give him that welcome?
no, let's leave the welcome apart.
No,
Let's
now.
leave the welcome. Let's leave the welcome.
Chelsea will not
But
give him that
but
welcome.
how you approach a
Chelsea will
player,
not give him that
how you
welcome.
no see how you approach how you approach a player tells how much value you have for that player.
Yeah, very
And Galatasaray showed it from the moment they got into the conversation that they want this player. So Chelsea did not show that. That's why we are saying the deal was disrespectful. Because you already had what you want, you are going to get the player, because what you came for was a loan. And now when you minus all the taxes and every other thing from that £130,000, Osimhen might be going home with like £40,000. Tell me, does that sound like value to you? Does that sound like you value the player in the first place?
For me, at the end of the day, Osimhen have gone to Galatasaray.
And that's the best. That's the best deal on the
I
table.
also feel if the deadline of the transfer window were to be extended, Chelsea would have gotten him.
No, if I were Osimhen, I won't take the deal because they already showed from the
That is
from
why
the
you are
beginning.
not Osimhen.
Listen,
That's why you are not Osimhen.
He wouldn't have taken. You know,
You are not
when
in his
when I
mind.
no. When I even saw Osimhen's because at least from what it came from Osimhen's camp, and when I saw that, I was impressed because I thought maybe he liked maybe he was going to ignore the fact that he was being lowballed like that, right? But he pointed that out. See, sometimes like we're talking about before the show, how you approach a player matters more than the money you are going to pay the player, right?
Okay.
Because when you show a player that we value and we respect you, it becomes easy to negotiate with the player based on your project or your terms.
Some players
but
look
with
at
the
money,
way
they'll forget approach you.
no,
Some players,
no,
they look money on.
no. Yes, money is important, no
Yes,
doubt.
very, very.
But if you see the way Gala came on board,
Yeah.
right? It's
But do you know if they had this agreement, this deal on ground before the deadline, before Gala came on board, probably Osimhen would have gone to PSG.
no. Osimhen would have gone to PSG a long time ago.
If they, because they refused to drop from that their 130 million pounds.
That's
If they had
Napoli.
dropped it,
Napoli.
Napoli, they refused to drop. So if they had dropped it to the 75, they dropped it now. When Gala came to snatch him, probably he would have gone to PSG.
Yeah, in fact, there was even news that even Al Ali, when eventually Napoli were asking for extra 5 M, Osimhen wanted to
Do you
pay
know he
off that.
he had agreed personal time with Al Ali?
Yes, he was even
Napoli.
willing.
Napoli decided to raise the amount when Al Ali came.
Osimhen was even ready to pay the difference to get Al Ali.
But do you know that on the news it's in fact the story is different.
That's the point. That's
On the news.
That's why
On
I'm
the
faulting.
news.
No, here the people who the people who are at fault here is Napoli, and why I'm also bringing Chelsea into the mix is that Chelsea's role in this whole thing was really terrible, right? Like if you say come on, everybody was singing. The player even said, "My dream is to play for Chelsea." That alone is a lot of respect. That this is one of us.
That
You
is
go
what-
into the deal with grace.
That
you don't
is-
come and start
that
using the
is
player
why-
like
that is
we
why
don't
they
really need
decided
you.
to come with peanuts now. That is just it.
No, it
Because
was
the
wrong.
play-
It
the
was
player
wrong.
wants to
It was
come.
it was very wrong. And I don't think because at the end of the day, when Osimhen signs for Chelsea and he gets treated, definitely you get treated anyhow because see how he was got in the first place. So I don't think that's a very good deal. And for that, anyway, as coach will always say, Chelsea not scam.
Have you seen Nigeria's performance in the under 20
Women's
World Cup?
Okay.
Yeah, the is it Falconets?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they did very well in their first match, which they defeated Korea.
Yes.
South
Yeah.
Korea,
Okay.
1-0.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And they lost to
1-0.
they lost to Germany.
Germany,
Yeah, Germany. Yeah.
Germany flogged them 3-1. Well, I just felt the defense just caving. If not, they were playing very well.
But the intensity from the
I think they were afraid of
Yeah,
the name Germany because
exactly.
they did very well during the second half. They
it was even the
equalized
second
now.
half they conceded the goals.
Yeah.
I think they did better in the first
In the
half.
first, sorry, in the,
the
first half,
intensity
they
actually, the
equalized.
intensity from the German team was more than the Super Eagles.
We
But
lost chances
we
in
lost
the first
chances.
half.
I watched
We
the
should
game.
have
We
won
lost
that
chances.
game.
You see, when it comes
we lost
to
like
when it comes
three
to
face to face.
when it still comes back to Nigerian team, I think the margin it should actually be lesser with technology and how people understand football now, with knowledge of football now. But I just feel particularly I will speak for Nigeria.
Yeah.
We're not ready to invest into upgrading our team and improving our players because you could see how what determines the games. Just little margins, little margins.
Exactly.
So how are we building on this to to
Apart
present a
from
better?
that, I don't know if going into this competition we have someone who reads the game, an analyst who can at least see what is going on and
that's
talk
different
to-
from the coach.
Yes,
Isn't it? Yeah.
and I think that's what this the European team have.
Yeah.
They have an analyst that reads the game.
Yeah.
So when their team is supposed to do this one, they will tell the coach, okay, this is where we are lagging behind. This
Yeah.
is what we are supposed to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Nigeria have that, but I feel the NFF should work in line with that. Get us an analyst that will help us analyze games.
Yeah.
When if you check the games, we were missing so many chances.
So many chances.
And how do we take those chances? And that is the advantage.
If we
the
had
game can
taken
have
our
with us
chances,
against
probably that
us.
game would have ended in a draw. Exactly, because the Germans were not better. Our girls just missed their chances.
But they won.
Yeah, they won 3-1.
And our
So-
our next game is against Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
So
We're playing
I
with Venezuela.
hope we can
I think we should still be second in the group.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because Venezuela and Korea played goalless. They played goalless.
And they lost their first game.
Venezuela lost
Lost
to Germany
Germany.
5-2.
Wow.
No.
While Korea lost to Nigeria 1-0.
1-0.
So let's hope Venezuela is going to lose to Nigeria as well too.
I pray.
Yeah. So
Well, I pray,
so
but
No team is a pushover, though.
I
We
think
just
we
need
just
to
need a draw.
step up and
Once we get a draw against Venezuela, we're good.
okay. So that brings us to the end of another episode of Football Banter, and until then, the banter continues.
bye for now.
Bye for now.
Football Banter.